Do you know? Exams don't scare children as much as disappointing their parents. Have you ever wondered why during the exam season only, mainly in your house, there will be a lot of tantrums, there will be a lot of fights, and your child starts suddenly becoming more and more irritable? What if I tell you that this is all not because your child is lazy or careless about studies or he doesn't have seriousness in studies? It's the internal fear that is making him react in the way which he knows. So, today, let us talk about how children actually feel during exams but rarely have the courage to say it aloud to their parents. Most children are not scared of exam papers. They're scared of what if I forget all the questions? What if I don't remember anything? What if I don't score well? What if my teacher thinks about me? They also worry a lot about what teachers think about them, what peers think about them, plus, most importantly, what parents think about themselves. These few weeks of exam preparation is actually a struggle for their own identity. They want to find out their identity among their social circle, that is the classmates, schoolmates, peers, and tell them that they are smart, they are good kids, but they don't know how to basically channelize their anxiety into the actions. So that is the reason why it weighs very heavily, even as young as on a 10-year-old child or a teen or a teenager who is appearing for their board exams. They may not say that I'm scared, I'm anxious about the result, but they internally carry this heavy load on top of their heads all the time. And that is the reason why we need to really understand what they are going through at this moment. Instead of saying I'm scared, I'm anxious about the exams, or I'm anxious about the exam results, the child actually showcases it in a different manner, like anger. They just burst out on parents, or especially on the mothers with whom they are closer to, or they procrastinate studying till the last moment, and because of that guilty feeling, they'll not be able to study well, and not they'll be able to perform better. Or sometimes they actually showcase it as a overconfidence, saying I know everything, don't worry, I'll manage. But actually, too much of overconfidence indicates the anxiety that is lying in their minds. Or some kids get into the silent mode, start expressing stomach aches, headaches, leave me, and start saying leave me alone, I'll manage it kind of behavior. And as parents, typically what happens is we interpret this as they are not serious about the studies. They always sit down with their mobile and keep scrolling. But this is the stress symptoms which the child is expressing, which we treat it as an attitude problem, and we kind of reprimand them, we kind of give them punishments, which is not helping them in any way. So we need to, as parents, we need to understand that their nervous system is the thing that is helping them behave in such a way, because the nervous system sends danger signals because of their inbuilt anxiety, internal tension and pressure. So what happens is their physical body prepares to act against this danger. So what happens, they either fight this danger or flee from away from it. So that is the reason why their memory access drops, their emotional regulation drops, even the small comments start hurting them a lot. So when your child says, I forgot everything before the exam, it is not about the drama which the child is trying to do, or just trying to get more sympathy from you, but actually it's their stress chemistry that is working against them. So they don't need correction at that point of time, my dear friends. What they need is more co-regulation, co-regulated adults who understand what is happening in them, and then give them the space and support system so that they can come out of this stress and they can perform better. So instead of asking how much did you study, did you revise this chapter, how many more chapters are left for you to cover, why don't you ask how are you feeling about tomorrow's test? Is there anything that I can help you at this moment? What is the hardest part or the chapter or the question for you in this subject? So when you're asking in such a collaborative way, the child starts opening up to you, and the anxiety in him will start easing, coming down, and he'll be able to feel that comfort level with you. So that's when the child will start feeling emotionally safe with you. And once when emotionally they feel secure and safe, their performance will start stabilizing, and in fact will start increasing day by day. So they feel they are not getting judged. They are not their parents are there to support them irrespective of the outcome, and that is when their performance will soar. But instead, when the children feel that they are judged by their parents, they're being compared by their parents with other kids, they're always their parents always expect them to get 90 or 100 out of 100, then they feel judged and their performance actually declines. The exams keep coming and going year on year, but the memory of how we made our children feel during this exam stays forever. Even years later, they might not remember how many marks they got in even in their board exams, but they will remember, were my parents helping me? Were my parents supporting me? Were they disappointed with my exam results? Or did they sit next to me? Did they believe in me? Did this give me that support system to perform for my exams? Even when they don't, even if suppose like they don't remember these questions during their working or career days, they will definitely remember when their child starts studying for their annual exams. And that is when their inner child trauma will start surfacing if they felt inadequate because of our parental support during this time. I'm not telling you this to make you feel guilty, but what I'm trying to tell you is, as mature adults, we need to start applying emotional regulation techniques on ourselves first, before we can provide our support to our child. So in this march, don't start asking them for the marks, don't start pushing them to get higher grades. Just take a pause, look at your child and ask yourself, am I preparing them for the exams in the life, or am I preparing them for the this board exam alone? Or am I acting as a emotionally resilient adult, or am I pushing my child towards anxiety? Because marks definitely matter in their future, but mental strength matters much more, because a emotionally strong individual is a individual who is geared up for success in every field, not whichever field he chooses. So my dear friends, if this video resonated with you, please do share it with another parent who might really want to how to listen to this, so that they can act and establish their connection with their child in a much better way. I will see you in the next episode, coming on Thursday. Take care.